The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
Ever dream of ditching those, packed beaches, finding something a little different, like truly unique?
Yeah.
Well, today we're diving into El Salvador.
Okay.
Think like volcanic black sand beaches, that meet those turquoise waves, that salty air, but there's also this scent of pupusas.
Right.
We're not talking like those typical resorts,
No.
This is authentic beach vibes, but with a side of adventure.
I like it.
And you know what you specifically requested? We unpack El Salvador's beaches.
Yes.
So what makes them special, how to get the most out of your trip, and maybe even where to snag the best pupusa on the sand.
I'm in. I'm ready. Let's do it.
I got to admit, when I think El Salvador, I'm thinking like epic surfing, right?
Yeah.
And those incredible volcanoes.
Obvious.
But there's got to be more to it than just those two things, right?
No, absolutely. El Salvador, it's amazing. It's this place of contrasts. So it's a small country, but the experiences you can have there are just huge.
Uh-huh.
I mean, picture this. You could be catching a wave in the morning, hiking up a volcano in the afternoon.
Wow.
And then by sunset, you're soaking in a naturally heated hot spring.
Oh, wow.
And all while, being surrounded by this vibrant Salvadoran culture it's so closely tied to the coastline.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm already picturing myself there.
Right.
Diverse experiences, short trip. That's what I call a vacation.
Exactly.
Now, you mentioned beaches,
Yes.
and I am all ears.
Yes.
There's got to be more than just one type of beach, though, right?
You are totally spot on. Variety is really what makes El Salvador's beaches so special. Now, you're mostly going to hear, when people talk about the Pacific coast.
Yeah.
And for good reason, that's where you find those iconic volcanic black sand beaches. And of course, the world-class surfing.
Right.
But, don't discount Golfo de Fonseca
Okay.
or even Lago de Lupongo. These offer a totally different flavor of beach experience.
Interesting.
Okay. For this deep dive, though, we're going to mainly focus on the Pacific side.
Okay.
Since that seems to be, what you're most interested in.
Sounds like a plan. Now, let's talk surfing for a sec.
Okay.
El Salvador has this huge reputation for just incredible waves.
Oh, yeah.
What is it about the coastline that makes it such a surfer's paradise?
You can break it down to two words: consistency and variety.
Okay.
So, facing the open Pacific, that means you have a steady flow of swells year-round.
Oh, wow.
And we're not just talking about one kind of wave either. Beginners, they can learn on these, gentle rolling waves at El Cinzal, perfect for longboarding.
Yeah.
But then you have places like Punta Roca.
Okay.
And this is legendary point break.
Wow.
Attracts, only the most experienced surfers.
Right.
They're looking for those massive, fast-moving barrels.
Yeah.
El Salvador really does have a wave for every skill level, though.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we've covered the waves.
Yeah.
But what about life beyond the surfboard?
Okay.
What else makes these beaches, special for us regular beach bums?
Okay. So picture this. You're strolling along the beach, but instead of that, expected white sand, it's this shimmering black sand.
Wow.
And it's warmed by volcanic activity.
Oh.
Sometimes you might even feel the sand warm beneath your feet.
No way.
Yeah. And it's not just the sand. You have these vibrant beach towns like La Libertad. And they're just bustling. Restaurants serving up fresh seafood.
Amazing.
Pupusas right on the sand.
Oh, mate.
There's this really unique energy. It's like a blend of traditional Salvadoran culture, but with this laid-back beach vibe.
It's that mix, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool. Black sand beaches. You know what? I've actually never seen that in person.
Really?
Never.
Oh, no.
It sounds incredible.
You would love it.
And that combination of culture and beach life, that's right up my alley.
It's the best of both worlds.
Speaking of which, planning a trip,
Yes.
we should touch on safety.
Yeah.
What do we need to know to make sure our trip is amazing?
Okay, so let's talk practicalities.
Yeah, let's do it.
El Salvador has had its share of challenges.
Right.
But I always say, this is like anywhere else, common sense goes a long way.
Of course.
Stick to tourist areas.
Okay.
Be respectful of local customs.
Right.
And these things will make a big difference.
Good to know.
And here's a bonus. US dollar is their official currency.
Oh, wow.
So no need to worry about exchange rates or anything like that.
Music to my ears.
Yeah.
What about getting around?
Super easy. And cheap. hop on a local bus, grab a taxi.
Okay.
That's the best way to, like, really experience the real El Salvador.
It's amazing. This has been such an eye-opening, I feel like, glimpse into El Salvador's beaches. I'm ready to trade in my winter coat for some sunshine and those black sand beaches.
I'm telling you.
Seriously.
You have to go. You have to see it.
Oh.
And, one last thing. El Salvador's tourism, it's still relatively new.
Oh, interesting.
So this means that right now you have this chance to experience something truly authentic.
Wow, yeah.
Away from the crowds.
Right.
It's a place where you can still kind of create your own adventure.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.